Hello everybody again. Power shut off again. I got cut off in mid-sentence. So where I was at, let's pick it up again right away and try to get through this. Thank you for being patient, everyone. So Connie asked me about her significant other focusing on keeping her happy. And something I just read here again. He said it was his job to keep me happy. That's important. Like I said before, they care about what we are. He seems to care about what he is, not who he is. What he is, perfect example, is a job title. This is my job. This is what I'm supposed to do. And you know, one of my biggest sayings and mantras, it doesn't matter what you do, only how you feel about it. Him completing his job makes him feel good. I don't know necessarily if his job is to make, or if he gets real satisfaction on making his partner happy. And that might be confusing. It might be contradicting. I hope what I'm saying makes sense to you, Connie, most of all, and everybody else that's watching, is that's his job title. He cares about his title. He cares about, you know, if somebody asks, you know, is he a good husband? I don't think he necessarily cares about you being a happy wife. And I might be assuming you guys were married or are married. I'm sorry if you're not. So, identifiers. And this is a big thing with narcissists, okay? This is to help you understand something. They care about their titles. They care about what they are. They care about what people think and what they see. So it's not always important that my children are happy. It's important that I am a father. And I can be considered a good father without even working for it. It's almost like entitlement, right? He believes it's his job to keep you happy, and it's not. That is, couldn't be further from the truth. It's not our jobs to make anybody happy. It's our job to make ourselves happy. And he thinks that somehow that helps or increases his status, maybe. A lot of this is pride. I made a video about hubris, which is pride, forms the narcissist, and that's so true. Pride is self-appointed status, right? That's that I'm so great without, you know, working there or accomplishing something. I'm just great. And that status are roles. My job title, my title at home, I'm a husband, I'm a father, and this is self-appointed status that I'm a great one. And they're always, whenever you do this, this just ruins relationships. Pride ruins relationships, period. Because it's unequal, for one. But if I have self-appointed status, I'm always worried about it being taken away from me, right? And that's a narcissist, aren't they? They're always worried about somebody finding out who they really are, uncovering, you know, taking off the mask, saying, oh, this is all you care about, this is all who you are. Instead of building our own self and having our own self-worth. We believe that we have to make people happy, and that's something that affects most of us, okay, too. So it should be somewhat easier to understand knowing that, I hope. If not, Connie, please ask me again, okay? Keep asking me this question. Keep giving me more information until I understand to help you understand, okay? But that's the gist of it. It's status. It's roles. It's titles. Next question is from Deeper Roots, Higher Self. And you can't love somebody that abuses you. I think that's the childhood pattern of many people. And this is very long, so you go into, and this is so, you said it really well. I just don't want to take up too much time reading all of it, but you're so right. These patterns, this familiarity, right? If we are neglected in our childhood and we don't heal from that, we find other relationships that are neglectful. We find people that are like our parents because we learn what love is from our parents. And you said that very well. And it's not just patterns, it's familiar, right? And this is why a lot of you guys can't identify your own childhood neglect. Okay? And then here you are in relationships being neglected for years. And that's got to tell you something. It's got to point in the direction of where we learned what love is, where we learn what relationships are. And we did that as children, observing our parents. We learn what a marriage is from our parents and how they interact with each other. We learn what love is by the attention they give us. Okay? And we learn what a man is by watching our father, and what a woman is by watching our mother, and the woman that we're supposed to be, and the man that we're supposed to be, and the husband and wife we're supposed to be, and all these things. We learn by observing, by mirroring our parents. Okay? You said, David, you said something like, accept your emotions and challenge your beliefs. And actually I say, accept your emotions and challenge your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't you, it's what you are. Here again. Your emotions are your real self. That's your real you, okay? And you can challenge your beliefs. I think that's good too. I'm trying to make myself think and feel and reach agreement with myself, saying, maybe it's okay if I still love that person, but I also cognitively know that they don't have anything I need. I wish they would have loved me the right way instead of abusing me like a drug, throwing me away like a paper towel. But I also see that that too is my emotional imprint from childhood. No one cared. I think we really love these toxic people, but it's because we were taught love in a toxic way. Beautifully said. Very well said. Thank you. I actually cut off the rest. We don't know true care, agape, philia, maybe from animals and friends, but not in intimate relationships, parents, romantic, sexual. So developing self-care is the only way I see out of this. It's what we have to be taught as children. But when our parents don't care for us, we don't care for ourselves. Very, very simple. Our parents love us unconditionally, okay? And we become totally dependent on them. It's a good thing that we have unconditional love as childhood, so we don't need that again in adulthood. That we become totally dependent on our parents, so we don't become dependent on other people. We choose at our time to be independent, okay? To stop being so dependent on our parents, right? That's teenage years or 20s. And this helps us choose to not be dependent. We have been dependent. They are there for us for everything. And the love and care they gave us taught us how to do that for ourselves. And we choose to fly away from the nest, right? Guilt and shame free. But when our parents depended on us, we are taught that love means someone needs us, that they're dependent on us. And we find relationships where people need us. And you can't find a better person that needs you all the time than someone with a personality disorder, because they can't take care of themselves and they are completely dependent on people. Okay? Thank you for sharing that. Megan, Victoria from the United States. It's encouraging to hear, especially coming from you, that I am healing. I started a list of questions going and will ask you one per week. Great. This week's question is, because she ticks every single box on his list, does it mean that he is now settling down and being real with her? The reason I think that is because he actually made the big decision to move in with her. He used to live alone when he was with me and the woman before me. I feel like it's almost for him to be disloyal to her when they live together. Her place is only a few blocks from our office. Megan, and very common question. I kind of answered this earlier. So he didn't fully, maybe wasn't even committed to you. A lot of these people have fear of commitment. And you guys have experienced this a lot. A lot of times you don't even know what your title is. Are we together or are we not? Oh, we're not dating now? And they'll say, no, we're not dating now. I can go cheat on you. No, I broke up with you that Friday and cheated you on Saturday. We weren't together, so big deal. Stuff like this, okay? And they're just not ready to commit. They're not. And we are committed to them, and they're not committed to us. They're committed to themselves and trying to make themselves happy by using other people. And I don't know what you mean. She ticks every single box on his list. Think of this as a drug addiction. This is an addiction. So he was probably addicted to you, right? And that never, it always declines. You get high today on a drug, tomorrow you get high, the next day you get high, the next day, you don't get as high anymore. It gets lower and lower and lower. This is dependency. So he finds a new drug, he finds a new girl, right? He didn't live with this one, didn't live with that one. It wasn't fulfilling, right? Because he exploited these people to the max, you and the other person, as much as he could. Now he decides, let's try something new, I'll move in with her. Maybe the hormones raised so much in his head that he was willing to do whatever. Let's keep riding this. Let's keep making it more and more and more intense. Let's talk about getting married. Let's talk about having children. Let's just live this full idealized relationship. And if you think that heals anybody, it doesn't. In other words, you can't love somebody enough to heal them. Okay? It doesn't take somebody else's love. It takes internal love inside to love ourselves. Let's see if I can help you more with this. Now he is settling down and being real with her. Well, you don't know that. He moved in with her. That doesn't mean he's settled. That doesn't mean he's committed. That doesn't mean that he's being real with her. Because if we know what kind of person this is, and I think the biggest rule to know, to learn for us, because it was for me, and I see it here, it needs to be here, is that even though people are all equal, we're all equal, but we are so different. We are so different. This person isn't anything like you. This might be something like your parents, okay? But nothing like you. You seek emotional connection, I'm gathering from this, and he didn't give it. He didn't offer it. It's not important to him. And so, therefore, you're different, okay? And we need to accept people for who they are. That doesn't mean it, and people get confused with this all the time. We accept people for who they are, and we accept ourselves for who we are. We accept our emotions. We accept our mistakes, okay? And we learn from them and grow from them. And we accept somebody for being toxic, and we accept somebody for being manipulative. And we accept somebody for just having shortcomings, for all this stuff. We don't have to allow them into our life. We don't have to accept the behaviors in our life. We just have to understand that people are who they are. And he showed you who he is in a relationship with you. I don't know how long it was, but you got an idea of who he is by his behaviors and how he feels and the choices he makes. And that's who he is. We can't just assume that he's totally changed and cured and now he's really this and that, the things that he never was, right? Or the things we thought he was in the beginning, we learned that he's not, and then now he's with somebody else, so now he's all this great person. This is assuming that he is like you. This is assuming that he has the same needs as you, and we all have different needs. This is to assume that he wants the same thing you wanted, but we all have different wants. It's just to assume that he feels the same way you feel, and we all have different emotions. We all have different values. If you were to really look at him and write down what he values, what did he really love about you? Was it your true self or what you are? Was it, your own feelings and he really, really admires what you value? Well, if he admires what you value, that means he values it too. I can't admire what you value if I don't value that either. Who cares? If I don't care about respect, why would I think it's so great that you're so respectful? I don't. It's BS. This guy isn't anything like you. And what we do is we want to change them, right? And we use words like fix and help. Those aren't things we can do. We don't fix people. Help people is support. Just say, hey, you're going to be okay. You can give them a ride somewhere. They ask, stuff like this. But we can't help or fix people. They have to do it. We can't change people. It's so much easier to find somebody that shares common interests. That cares. If you care about how they feel, then they care about how you feel. If you care about what they need, they care about what you need. But not everybody does. And we're committing to people who don't commit to us. We're committing to people who aren't anything like us. We're committing to people who simply cannot offer what we need. They're not capable. And then when we go and they go to somebody else and we see a Facebook picture of them smiling, or they say, I'm so happy, we take that for granted. We take that verbatim, like, oh, they must be. And that's our own depression. That's our own depression that follows these relationships. And we're depressed from the loss. And then this thing becomes our worst inner critic and tells us, oh, now they're happy with somebody else because we're no good. They're better than us. And people aren't better than us. People aren't better than us. People aren't worse than us. We're all equal. They're just different than us. This is familiar. Find what is familiar about this in your childhood. Find the similarities, find the patterns, find the familiarities. Okay? But what we've got to do is start really knowing who we are so we can emotionally navigate our lives to get what we want, to get what we need. Nobody else can tell you that. People try, but nobody can. That's for you to decide. And we can't do that unless we really know ourselves. And when we don't really know ourselves, just like if we get high on drugs, we're separated from ourselves and we go do stupid things. Just like when we get drunk, people go in the car and get DUIs and kill people. Okay, it doesn't mean they're murderers. They lost a sense of who they are. They lost the self-respect and respect for others. Yeah, I mean, how much more antisocial and disrespectful can you be? You're getting totally wasted and go drive a, few $1,000-pound car down the road and kill somebody. And then we feel awful. It doesn't mean you're a murderer, It just means you made a big mistake. And if we can't look at these and accept these and process these, we don't learn, we don't heal. Megan, keep discovering your beautiful self, okay? Keep doing it. Keep knowing who you are. And realize that this person doesn't deserve, is not allowed, and not worthy of being in your life, okay? You know who this person is enough. They didn't change because they met another girl. No. This pattern will completely keep surfacing and keep recycling itself because you don't learn, right? If I don't learn, if I touch a red hot burner and I say, oh, that's just because I didn't, I touched it too long. I don't even know how to use an analogy for that. But we don't learn. If we don't say, oh, I made a big mistake by touching that burner and I'm going to learn not to ever do that again. And that takes introspection. That's kind of a weak analogy. But if someone abused us and we don't learn why, and we don't learn what we did or what we could have done, then we don't know. We don't learn. We just keep repeating it. And that's what he's doing. He's just repeating the same thing. Okay? I hope that makes sense. And I'm really sorry, Megan. Thanks for your questions. And please keep them coming. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Plots Eins? I don't know where you're from. Please tell us your locations, everyone. Thank you. So you said, is this ghosting, manipulation, narcissism, or she likes me? That's confusing, huh? Confusing behaviors from somebody. Too bad that you can't find out from this person. It obviously already no good communication. They're not open. They're not honest. They're not vulnerable. Okay. Someone starts a conversation with me. Throw the bait to see my reaction. Then she starts chatting casually about everything with me. She just asks questions and makes you talk about yourself, gathers information about me. Then she stops communicating for no reason. She gives her impression that she is angry, arrogant, and rude. After a while, it was as if nothing had happened. No more talking, but just say hello when we meet. I found out she has a boyfriend all the time. So there's not a lot of information here. Because you're asking me, is this ghosting, manipulation, narcissism, or she likes me? How about all of it, right? If she's just ghost, she stops talking to you, stops communication, and then comes back again, that's ghosting, right? I don't know how much she's manipulating you. But to stop communication like this with people, that you're talking about everything and you shared everything about you, and then just halt. There's no emotional connection, okay? I don't see a real value of emotional connection here. All right. And without that emotional connection, they don't really know who you are. They don't know how you feel. They may not care. Okay. It seems very selfish, very narcissistic. Another thing I can see here is that she denies. It looks like she's denying her feelings towards you. Right. And that's rejecting ourself. Just like I said, accept our emotions, things like this. Okay. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. It's probably all of them. Right? And the fact that she always has a boyfriend. Did she have a boyfriend when she was talking to you? Sounds like she was looking, and then found someone that made her feel better. I don't know. There's not a lot of information here. So please ask me again if you could. Thank you. I appreciate that. And again, the power went out again. I will get through this today. I will record this video today and I will get it on YouTube for you guys somehow, some way. But not right now. Power turned off. I will be back shortly. For you, it'll be seconds. For me, might be a half hour. Hopefully, it does come back on. All right, guys. Thanks. See you soon. Hi again, everybody. I'm back. The power came back on. This video is taking me the better part of an entire day. Of my only day off. But we'll get through this. So, what I was saying to Plots Eins, just want to finish, make sure I got it all out. You asked me if this person is ghosting, manipulation, narcissism, or she likes you. It could be all. One thing I really want to make sure is they like me. I like them. Why? For what? What do they like? Not everybody's the same as us. Okay? Not everybody likes people for who they are. Some people like people for what they are. Okay? She didn't really get to know you, so she really likes you. This is a big red flag, guys. Someone that says they love you after they met you for a week or a month, you know, even 2 months, 3 months, I'm in love with you, I love you, but yet I don't know who you are yet. I must love something about you outside. You make me feel good. I like your status. You have a good job. These things that I want to attain or want in my life that I don't have. You see that? So she likes you. Why? What does she like about you? Very, very important to understand and to know, right? Why people say they like us, why they say they love us. What do you love about me? And I always do this, right? I hold up the 5. This is 5 parts of myself. If someone tells me they love me, they better care and love what I need. They better care and love and care about what I want and how I feel. This person doesn't. This person didn't take the time to get to know you and then just cuts off communication, doesn't value emotional connection, doesn't care how it makes you feel. Okay? What it sounds like this person's doing, what a lot of people like her do, is she loves the hormones going up and down in her head. She loves the start a new relationship. So I'm guessing she had problems with some other guy, right? And just found you and started feeling good with a new person, like a new drug. And you made her hormones rise. But she's dependent on the relationship she has, so she goes back. All I can do is guess. I don't know, right? Very narcissistic, manipulative. She ghosted you. And she likes you. Maybe she does. So I'm saying all of it. What does she like about you? You made her feel good momentarily. She likes what you are. She didn't get to know who you are, so she can't like that part about you. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry. You said she gives the impression that she is angry, arrogant, and rude. Well, you don't want somebody like that in your life anyways, right? So it all worked out for the best. I hope it didn't hurt you very much. If it did, process these things, find out what really happened, make yourself feel better, okay? I'm sorry, and thank you for your question. And guess what? That's it. Those are all the questions. Finally got through the video. I hope I'm able to get this video loaded onto YouTube for you guys to come out when it usually does on Monday afternoons, US time. I hope so. If not, I'm sorry. I apologize. It will be out as soon as electricity allows me to. Okay? Thanks, guys. Love yourself first. Please keep asking me questions. If you like what I'm doing here and I helped you or it could benefit somebody else, try to support me. Subscribe to the channel down there. Hit that notification bell. Go down there and ask me questions, please. Say hi. Say where you're from. You can post this in different places, different social media, share it with people, put it in your own playlist. That would be huge. Thank you very, very much. Anybody that wants coaching, I'm still taking clients right now. DavidDemars.com. Love yourself first. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.